So as you can probably see behind me, and also from the smile on my face, we made an impromptu decision just to drive down for the weekend. So we're here again as lockdowns are rolling out across Europe. We thought this is really the last chance. I thought the last time I was here a fortnight ago was going to be the last chance, but I was out alone, and this time we've come as a family. So we're just going to go and do family things. I think we'll probably go and play some football on the beach and enjoy the sun. But I shall keep chocking in and out and showing you what we're up to. The weather's fabulous. The house is still here. Everything's ticking along really quite well. So I'll catch up with you shortly. So today is, believe it or not, Halloween. It's the last day of October. We're on our little impromptu trip, and this is pretty much exactly where we were 2 months ago when I drove down. This is Lerici, and it's looking a little bit different today. Completely empty. The sun is shining. It is t-shirt weather. I am wearing a t-shirt. The kids there in the background playing in the water. It's wonderful. It's all you could ever really want it to be. The only difference is that everyone's wearing a mask, so I'm sort of stood away from everywhere else, and there aren't really many people here. There's a couple of people sat on the beach. They're not wearing masks, which I think is fair enough. But basically it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's what it should be. But look at the colours, look at the way the sun's brought out. You know, this late autumn sun just works so well with these pinks and yellows and little boats there. So I hope this brings just a couple of seconds of sunshine to you if you happen to be sat in the rain, and if you're in the sunshine, well then congratulations. And we're just going to hang around here for an hour or so, maybe play some beach football, and then we'll see what we do.
Ormai sei abituata, sono proprio pensato, non proprio... Vieni. Devo prendere perché non do questo regalo.
Tampone a tutti, avrebbe dovuto restare in casa.
E secondo me prima dell'inizio delle scuole dovevano tamponare tutti i ragazzi prima di iniziare la scuola.
Ma non è la scuola, ma la scuola sicuramente non è il problema, guarda, perché a scuola vanno, c'è l'insegnante.
Sì, ma mi diceva la Daniela che lei lavora come i calciatori di Serie A.
No, ma è così, io ho detto così.
Sì, però...
Well, we managed to survive Halloween, and it's our last day out. It's the 1st of November. Later on I'll talk about what we found out yesterday and what's happening in Austria, but right now, despite it being overcast, we've decided to come out to one of the most beautiful places down here on the coast. It's just down past La Spezia. It's called Porto Venere. There's a little island opposite, and we're going to have lunch here, which is a fabulous place to have lunch. I think you'll all agree. I shall post some pictures or some videos of what we got, but there is some music going on in there, so I can't record while I'm in there because the radio is on. So I've come out here to look at the superb colour of the water here, despite the not so great weather. Agree with me, this is spectacular. Anyway, that can look this good in this weather is a place you can really spend a lot of time in. So we're going to have some lunch and walk up. There's a castle up here. We're going to head up there afterwards. I shall walk you through it, and then I'll talk to you again when we get back to the house. So here we are. Probably get this off. There's no one else around. Just walked up the ramparts. See behind us. See in front of us. So pretty. It's sort of drizzling a little bit, but it's still warm. It's 17, 18 degrees. And it's just a mix, a superb mix of colours behind me. Turquoise and ochre. And the grey of the sky. Come on. And I think you'll agree, wow, that's just wow. One day, I'll have something like that. I don't think I'd want anything that big, but at least something as beautiful as that.
Papi, kannst du auch mal Stein ganz hochrennen, Papi?
Nein. Okay, well that's about it for our quick visit out to Porto Venere for lunch. These are the traditional coloured houses. We're at the gateway to the Cinque Terre, UNESCO World Heritage Site, I believe. I hope you enjoyed looking at that, and I'll catch up with you when we're back at the house. Okay, so I'm back up at the house, and it's evening. That's pretty much it. We're going to head home tomorrow morning. While we've been away, the news has come through that there'll be a lockdown in Austria starting on Tuesday morning. No restaurants, no bars, no skiing, no ski lifts. Luckily, we did head up the mountain last week, and if you keep watching, I've just added the little bits and bobs that I filmed going up our local mountain. So if that is interesting, then you can watch that now. It's been a nice couple of days. I know that we haven't done any building work, or I haven't done any building work in a while now, except, you know, fixing up the door and stuff, but it's always been for a couple of days, and it's very much up in the air, and how long am I going to stay, and how long is this going to go on for? And then of course we're still waiting for the answer on the subsidies and the grants to see you know, how much of that's going to be done, and that's going to have an impact on other things. But basically, go back to work, go back to Innsbruck, see what happens. If the lockdown becomes more stringent, or if we get back to the stage we were, you know, in spring, and I know Austria was doing better than some places. I know some of you have had it much, much worse than we have, and I'm very grateful for the fact that it hasn't been that bad. But if it does get to a stage where we really are locked up in the apartment, then we might well think about coming down here and spending some time here, which would enable me to do some work on the house. I can probably do distance working from here for most of it. We'll have to see. It's difficult, you know, very difficult times, and no one really knows what's going to happen next. You know, within the last couple of days, Germany's locked down, Austria, the United Kingdom, France. Europe is you know, having a tough time of it at the moment, and I know, you know, the rest of the world is. I think Australia has done very well this week, but and I really sincerely hope it stays that way. So I hope that, you know, although this wasn't a building video, that some of it might be interesting. You know, Lerci, Porto Venere, beautiful places up on the mountains in Tyrol are very pretty too. If you are locked up, or you can't get out, or if the weather's just terrible, these might, you know, take you away a little bit. There will be more building videos as soon as possible, I promise. But for now, follow the guidelines, stay safe, try not to get ill, try not to pass it on. Let's get through this as quickly as possible. And I'll check back in with you very soon. So thank you for watching. If you did like it, then share, subscribe, everything else. If you want to see what's going on in the mountains, then keep watching now. Bye bye for now. So good morning, a little bit of background noise, there are some cars going past. I just thought I'd share a couple of bits and bobs as I go through Innsbruck with you every once in a while. So today I'm going to go up here. This is Patscher Kofl. It's our local mountain, although as you can see, there's some mountains there, there's some mountains there, there's plenty of mountains over there. It's almost impossible to live in this town and not see mountains, so we're going to head up there, and I'll probably get you guys back out as we go up on the cable car. So as promised, here we are on the cable car. It's masks obligatory, windows open. You can see Innsbruck behind me and the north chain of mountains above Innsbruck. See, they're heading up through the bit of the forest at the moment. So we should be up there in a couple of minutes. It's very busy, but they've reduced the number of people, so we've got our own cable car. It's basically a maximum of 4 instead of where you would normally have 15 or 16. I hope you can hear me all right through the mask. Sorry about that, but anyway, I'll log back in when we get up to the top.
Liebe Lollis.
The airport, and down through the valley here, which is the valley of the River, which will take you all the way across to Switzerland. The whole mountain range behind us. We've got some snow on the top, so the snow limit at the moment is about 2,000 metres. The sun is shining, it's beautiful. It's season to kick off, and it does. This is the start of one of the local ski pistes here. We've had our lunch, we're going to go for a little walk, try and burn some calories, and then head back down. So I hope you enjoyed that, just a quick little insight into where we live. We're not quite at the top, there was a little antenna up there, but if you enjoyed this then let me know and I'll film more and more little bits. Obviously with the winter coming in, the ski season actually on the mountain will be on I hope in the last few months, as long as they don't close it again. Okay, well that's it for up here. Thanks for watching, take care. So for those of you who've never seen one, this is what a ski slope looks like with no snow on it. So there's a T-lift station there, here, oops, there. You see its lines run up here. In the middle we've got the lighting because you can ski here in the evenings as well in winter. The big yellow things there are big snow cannons, and these ones over here, these that stick out, I don't know if you can see it properly because of the sun, or you probably can. They run down both sides of pretty much every ski lift in Europe these days. Those are permanently built-in snow cannons, so they just run almost all night, most of the winter, fresh snow on. And, yeah, the stone bits are drains, get rid of excess water, so they run the drains across because there's everything else. Winter flood all down here where they built this nice new station. And that's it. So give it another, it's now sort of coming up to the end of October, give it another 6 weeks and this will hopefully be white. And I'll probably show you when I come down here for skiing the first time.